Hello, and welcome to another effective episode here at Fluent English Journey. I'm so happy you're here with me today. This podcast is made just for you, English learners who want to improve your speaking, listening, and understanding in a simple and fun way. So take a deep breath, relax, and let's enjoy learning something new together. Today, we are going to talk about something very important: how to set SMART goals and actually achieve them. You may have heard the word goal before. A goal is something you want to do or something you want to become. It can be big or small. For example, maybe you want to learn to speak English fluently. That's a goal. Maybe you want to get a new job, pass a test, lose weight, or read one book in English every month. These are all goals too. But here's the problem. Many people set goals but don't know how to reach them. They start, but then they stop. They feel lost, tired, or confused. This is very normal. We've all been there. That's why in this episode, I'm going to teach you how to set SMART goals. SMART is not just a word. Each letter stands for something important. S, specific. M, measurable. A, achievable. R, relevant. T, time-bound. Don't worry if these words sound difficult right now. I will explain each one slowly and clearly, with simple examples to help you understand. I'll also give you ideas to make your own SMART goals today. Why is learning to set SMART goals useful? Because goals give your life direction. Goals help you stay focused. When you know what you want and have a plan, it becomes much easier to move forward. And when your goals are SMART, you are more likely to succeed. This is helpful not only for your English learning, but also for your job, your health, your personal life, everything. By learning this today, you are learning a skill that will help you every day, not just in school or in English, but in life. So, my dear listener, I want you to listen carefully. If you can, repeat some words or sentences after me. Try to speak with me while you listen. This will help you improve your pronunciation and fluency. You can pause the podcast if you need more time or listen again later. Now, are you ready to learn how to set SMART goals and really achieve them? Let's begin this powerful journey together, step by step. Stay with me until the end. I promise it will be simple, useful, and motivating. What is a goal? Before we talk about SMART goals, we need to understand the word goal. A goal is something that you want to do, something you want to have, or something you want to become. It's like a dream, but with a plan. A goal is not just something you think about once and forget. It is something you really want and are ready to work for. A goal can be big or small, short-term or long-term. But the main idea is always the same. A goal gives you a direction in life. It tells you where you want to go. Simple examples. Learning English. You're already listening to this podcast. Maybe your goal is not just to speak a few words, but to speak clearly, understand others, and feel confident. Passing an exam. For example, the ETS English test. That's another goal. Getting a new job in another country. You must improve your English first. Again, that's a goal. Health goals. I want to lose 5 kilos, or I want to run 3 kilometers every morning. People have goals in different areas of life: learning, money, relationships, or personal growth. But the idea is always the same. Goals give you a reason to keep going. A goal is something you choose. It is your decision. It is something that matters to you. Sometimes, we don't stop and think about what we really want. We are busy. We are tired, or we are just following what others are doing. But when you take time to think about your goals, you take control of your life. You stop just reacting and start planning. That's why setting a goal is so powerful. It helps you say, "This is what I want. This is where I want to go." And when you know your goal, you can start thinking about how to get there. Now, let me ask you something. What is your goal? Take a few seconds to think about it. You don't have to say it out loud. Just think about it in your mind. What do you want to do in the next 1 month? What about in 6 months or in 1 year? Maybe your goal is to learn 20 new English words every week. Maybe you want to have a conversation in English with a native speaker. Maybe you want to start reading English books, or perhaps feel more confident when you speak. Whatever your goal is, it is important. It is your goal, and that makes it special. It doesn't have to be big or perfect. Even a small goal can be a big step forward. The most important thing is that the goal is clear to you. You know what you want, and you are ready to move in that direction. That is how progress begins. Here's something else to remember. Goals are personal. Your goal may not be the same as your friend's goal or your classmate's goal, and that's okay. Your journey is different. What you want in life is different. So don't compare your goals with others. Focus on your own path and what is important for you. When you have a goal, life becomes more exciting. You wake up with a reason. You feel more energy because you know you are working towards something. Even when things are difficult, your goal helps you keep going. It becomes like a light in front of you, helping you find your way. So now that we understand what a goal is, we are ready to learn how to set better goals, goals that are clear, strong, and achievable. In the next part of this podcast, I will tell you why goals are important and how they can change your life, especially if you are learning English or working on self-improvement. But before we move on, take a moment to think again. What is your goal? Can you say it in one simple sentence? If you can, say it out loud now. If not, try to write it down later. This will help you remember it and work on it more seriously. All right. I hope you now have a better idea of what a goal really means. Let's keep going, and I'll show you why having goals is one of the most powerful things you can do in your life. Why goals are important. Now that we know what a goal is, let's talk about why goals are important. You might ask, why do I need goals? Can't I just live my life and do things day by day? That's a good question. Yes, you can live without goals. But when you have goals, your life becomes more clear and more meaningful. You feel more in control. You know where you're going. Goals give your life direction. Let me give you an example. Imagine you are on a road with no signs, no map, and no plan. You are walking, but you don't know where you are going. You may feel tired. You may feel lost. You may walk in circles. Now imagine you have a clear map. You know your destination. You have a plan. You feel more confident. You can take small steps and slowly get closer to your destination. This is the power of having goals. They guide you and help you stay on track. Goals give you motivation. Motivation is the energy to do something. When you have a goal, you feel more excited. You feel like your actions matter. Every time you study a new English word, every time you listen to a podcast, every time you practice speaking, you know you are getting closer to your goal. This feeling is very powerful. It helps you stay strong, even when things are not easy. Goals help you focus. In life, there are many distractions: TV, social media, people around us, even our own thoughts. It's easy to lose time and forget what we really want. But when you have a clear goal, you know what is important and what is not. You make better choices. You use your time wisely. You say yes to things that help you grow and no to things that waste your time. Goals help you grow. When you work toward a goal, you learn new skills. You face problems and solve them. You become stronger, smarter, and more confident. For example, if your goal is to speak English fluently, you will listen more, read more, speak more, practice often. All of this helps you grow. You are not the same person you were yesterday. You are becoming better day by day. That is personal growth. Goals make your learning focused. Many people say, I want to learn English someday. But someday is not a real plan. If you don't have a clear goal, you may stop when it gets difficult. You may feel bored or confused. But if you say, my goal is to speak English well enough to work in a company in 6 months, now you have a strong reason. You know why you are learning, and that makes your learning more focused and powerful. Goals help you feel proud. When you achieve a goal, Big or small, you feel happy. You feel that your hard work was worth it. You start to believe in yourself more. You realize, yes, I can do this. And this feeling helps you set new goals. It creates a circle of growth. The more goals you reach, the more confident you become. And the more confident you are, the more goals you want to set. Goals give purpose. Having goals is not just about doing more work. It's about living with purpose. It's about waking up each day with a reason. It's about knowing that your time and energy are going towards something important. Even small goals can have a big effect. Learning 10 new English words every week adds up to over 500 words in 1 year. Listening to one English podcast every day can improve your listening, vocabulary, and speaking skills in just a few months. Goals are for everyone, and they can be big or small. What matters is that they help you grow, stay focused, and move forward. Now that you understand why goals are so important, you are ready to learn how to make goals that really work. In the next part of this podcast, I will introduce the SMART way of setting goals. It's a simple and useful method that can help you succeed. Stay with me. The next part is where the real magic begins. What are SMART goals? Now that we know what goals are and why they are important, let's talk about a special way to set goals that really work. This method is called SMART goals. SMART is a word, but in this case, each letter has a special meaning. When you use the SMART method, your goals become clear, strong, and easier to reach. Let me explain what each letter stands for and how you can use it in your life. The first letter, S, stands for specific. A specific goal is. A SMART goal is a goal that is clear, strong, and easier to achieve. Let's break down what each letter of SMART means and how you can use it in your life. S, specific. A specific goal is clear and not general. It tells you exactly what you want to do. For example, saying, I want to learn English is not very specific. But saying, I want to learn 20 new English words about food is specific. You know exactly what kind of words you want to learn and what area you are focusing on. A specific goal answers the question, what exactly do I want to do? The more clear and focused your goal is, the better. M, measurable. A measurable goal means you can check your progress. You can count it or see it clearly. For example, saying, I want to learn 20 new words is measurable. You can count the words. But saying, I want to get better at English is hard to measure. You won't know how much better you're getting. Ask yourself, how will I know if I'm making progress? Achievable. An achievable goal is possible to reach. It shouldn't be too easy or too hard. It should challenge you, but not make you stressed. For example, if you are a beginner in English, don't say, I will learn 1,000 words this week. That's too hard. But saying, I will learn 10 new words this week is much better. It's possible, fits your level and your time. Ask yourself, can I really do this? R, relevant. A relevant goal is connected to your life, your dreams, or your needs. It matters to you. For example, if you want to live or work in an English-speaking country, learning English confidently is very relevant. But learning words you'll never use may not be relevant. Ask yourself, why is this goal important to me? Knowing your reason will push you forward every day. T, time-bound. A time-bound goal has a deadline or a clear time frame. For example, saying, I want to learn 20 new words in 1 week is better than just saying, I want to learn 20 words. Without a time limit, it's easy to delay or forget your goal. Ask yourself, when do I want to finish this goal? Putting it all together. Imagine you are learning English and want to improve your vocabulary. A SMART goal could be, I want to learn 20 new English words about food in the next 7 days, so I can use them when I travel to an English-speaking country. Specific, you want to learn food words. Measurable, 20 words. Achievable, 20 words in 7 days is possible. Relevant, it helps with real-life communication. Time-bound, You plan to do it in 7 days. Using the SMART method makes your goal clear, strong, and powerful. You know what to do, how to do it, and when to finish it. It gives you confidence and helps you stay on track. SMART goals aren't just for English learning. You can use this method in every part of your life: getting fit, saving money, starting a new job, or reading more books. Your turn. Take a moment and think about one goal you want to reach. Try to make it SMART. What do you want to do? How will you measure it? Is it possible for you? Why does it matter? When will you do it? This simple method can make a big difference in your life. In the upcoming parts of this podcast, I'll help you create your own SMART goals step by step. We'll go through the process together so you can build a goal that is clear, strong, and ready to achieve. So don't go anywhere, stay with me. Let's understand SMART goals step by step. Now that you know what SMART goals are, let's take a closer look at each letter: S, M, A, R, and T. This part will help you understand how to use the SMART method in your own life. We'll look at what each word means, why it's important, and how you can use it. S, specific. A specific goal tells you exactly what you want to do. It is not general. It is clear and focused. When your goal is specific, your brain knows what action to take. For example, saying, "I want to speak English better" is general. But saying, "I want to practice speaking English with a friend for 15 minutes every day" is specific. It tells you what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. A specific goal helps you take the first step without feeling lost. M, measurable. A measurable goal lets you check your progress. You can see how far you've come, which helps you stay motivated. For example, instead of saying, "I want to learn more words," say, "I want to learn 10 new English words this week." Now you can count the words you learn and feel proud of your progress. Measuring your goal helps you stay on track and celebrate small wins. Achievable. An achievable goal is something you can actually reach. It shouldn't be too easy or too hard. A good goal challenges you a little, but doesn't make you feel stressed or hopeless. For example, saying, "I will learn 100 new words in 1 day" is too much. But saying, "I will learn 10 new words in 1 week" is realistic. An achievable goal gives you energy, not stress. Ask yourself, can I really do this? R, relevant. A relevant goal is meaningful. It should match your needs, interests, or dreams. If your goal is not important to you, it's hard to stay motivated. For example, if you want to work in a hotel, learning customer service English words is relevant. But learning business terms may not help you right now. Ask yourself, why is this goal important to me? This will guide you every day. T, time-bound. A time-bound goal has a deadline. When you give your goal a time limit, it feels more serious and urgent. Without a time frame, it's easy to delay or forget your goal. For example, instead of saying, "I want to improve my English," say, "I want to improve my English speaking by practicing every day for 30 days. A clear finish line makes your goal feel real and achievable. Putting it all together. Remember, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. Each part is important. If your goal has all 5 parts, it becomes stronger. You can take action. See your progress. Stay motivated. And most importantly, succeed. Now, take a moment and think about one goal you have. Break it into these 5 parts. Is my goal clear? Can I measure it? Is it possible for me? Does it match my life or dream? When do I want to finish it? If you can answer these questions, you are ready to move forward with a SMART goal. How to make your own SMART goal. Now that you know what SMART goals are and how each part works, let's do something very important together. Let's make your own SMART goal. I'll guide you step by step and ask you some small questions. You can say your answers out loud. Don't worry if your English is not perfect. This is your time to speak, practice, and grow. First, think about something you really want to do. What is one thing you want to improve or change? It can be about learning English, getting healthier, saving money, or even spending more time with your family. But in this podcast, let's focus on English learning. Take a moment and ask yourself, what do I want to improve in my English? Do you want to speak better? Do you want to understand English movies? Or do you want to write better emails? Take a moment and think. Step 1. Make your goals specific. A specific goal tells us exactly what we want to do. Instead of saying, I want to improve English, you can say, I want to practice speaking English every day. That is clear and focused. Now I ask you, what exactly do you want to do in English? Try to say it out loud. You could say, I want to speak English with a friend, or I want to learn new words every day. That's your specific goal. Step 2. Make your goal measurable. A measurable goal lets you track your progress. You need numbers, time, or frequency. For example, I want to learn 5 new words every day. I want to speak English with a partner for 15 minutes each evening. Can you measure your goal? Add numbers or time and say it out loud. Step 3. Make your goal achievable. An achievable goal is something you can really do. It shouldn't be too hard or too easy. For example, if you work full-time, practicing English for 1 hour every day may be too much. But 15 or 20 minutes is realistic. Ask yourself, is my goal possible for me? If not, make it smaller. Small steps are still progress. Say your adjusted goal out loud. Step 4. Make your goal relevant. A relevant goal is useful or important for you. Ask yourself, why do I want to reach this goal? Maybe you want to speak with friends. Maybe you want to get a better job. Or maybe you want to travel to another country. When your goal helps with your dreams or daily life, it is relevant. Saying your why out loud will help you stay motivated. Step 5. Make your goal time-bound. A time-bound goal has a deadline. A deadline helps you take action and plan your time. Ask yourself, when do I want to reach this goal? It could be 1 week, 1 month, or 3 months. For example, I want to practice speaking English for 15 minutes every day starting today for the next 30 days. Now you have a finish line, you can track your progress and feel proud. Putting it all together. Here's an example. I want to learn 5 new English words every day using flashcards. I will do this for 15 minutes each morning for 4 weeks. This will help me understand more English and speak better in daily conversations. This goal is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. It is a SMART goal. Now it's your turn. Try to say your full SMART goal out loud. Use this sentence frame. I want to specific goal for how long / how much / how often for time period because your reason. Take your time. Say it slowly and clearly. Repeat if you need. Great job. Setting your SMART goal is the first step. Next step, take action. Creating your SMART goal is just the beginning. The next big step is to take action and stay motivated. In the next part of this podcast, I'll share tips to stay motivated and keep going even when things get hard. Many people feel excited when they start something new, like learning English or building a new habit. But after a few days or weeks, they may lose energy, stop practicing, or even forget about their goal. That is completely normal. It happens to everyone. In this part of the podcast, I want to share some easy and helpful tips to stay motivated. These tips will help you stay focused and strong, even when you feel tired or busy. Tip 1. Write down your goal. Writing your goal makes it real and visible. Use a notebook, a sticky note, or your phone. Write your SMART goal in simple words and put it where you can see it on your wall, desk, or near your bed. Read it every day. This will remind you why you started. When you see your goal often, it becomes part of your daily life and helps your brain remember what you are working for. Ask yourself now, have I written down my goal? If not, do it today. Tip 2. Practice every day. Even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes, daily practice is powerful. Many people think they need a lot of time to learn something, but small steps add up. For example, 10 minutes a day equals over 1 hour in a week. In 1 month, that's more than 4 hours. Daily practice builds a strong habit and makes learning part of your routine. Choose one small action and do it daily. Maybe learn 3 new words. Listen to one podcast. Talk to yourself in English. Small steps every day lead to big results. Tip 3. Celebrate small wins. Many people wait until the end to celebrate, thinking, I'll feel proud when I speak English fluently. But that can take a long time. Instead, celebrate your progress along the way. Learn 10 new words, smile, and feel good. Practice 7 days in a row. Give yourself a small reward, like a favorite snack or a relaxing walk. Ask yourself, what is something small I did this week that I can feel proud of? Say it out loud. You're doing great. Tip 4. Talk to someone about your goal. Tell a friend, family member, or language partner. When you share your goal, you feel more responsible, like making a promise. They might ask, how's your English practice going? That small question can push you forward. If you don't have someone to share with, you can join an online group. Leave a comment on a video. Speak your progress out loud to yourself. Sharing your goal makes the journey more fun and less lonely. Tip 5. Be kind to yourself. Some days you will feel tired, forget, or make mistakes. That's okay, you're human. Don't say, I failed. Instead, say, it's okay. I'll try again tomorrow. Motivation grows when we feel good, not when we feel bad. Talk to yourself like a good friend. I'm learning. I'm growing. I can do this. Remember, your goal is your journey, not a race. Some people move fast, others slow. The most important thing is to keep moving forward. Even one small step each day is progress. Stay focused, gentle, and confident. Believe in yourself. You are stronger than you think. In the next part of the podcast, we will talk about something very exciting, common mistakes to avoid. Now that we've learned how to set smart goals and stay motivated, let's make sure we avoid the pitfalls that can slow us down. Sometimes, when we set goals, we make small mistakes that stop us from moving forward. These mistakes are very common, and many people make them. But here's the good news. When we understand these mistakes, we can avoid them and do better. In this part of the podcast, I will share 3 common mistakes people make when setting goals and how you can stay away from them. Mistake 1. Setting a goal that is too big or too difficult. Imagine you are just starting to learn English and your goal is, I want to speak like a native speaker in 1 month. That goal is not realistic. It's too big, too fast. When a goal feels too hard, you may feel tired, confused, or want to quit. Solution. Start small. Break big goals into smaller, achievable steps. Instead of, I want to speak fluently, say, I want to learn 10 new words this week. I will practice speaking for 5 minutes each day. Small goals are easier to follow and help you feel successful. When you complete small goals, you feel happy and ready to do more. Mistake 2. Not having a deadline. A goal without a time limit is just a wish. If you say, I want to learn English, but don't say when or how long, it's easy to forget or stop trying. Your brain doesn't feel the pressure to act. Solution. Give your goal a time limit. Example. I want to finish this podcast series in 2 weeks. I want to learn 20 new words by next Friday. When there is a finish line, your brain focuses. Time helps you stay on track and take your goals seriously. Mistake 3. Choosing a goal that doesn't match your real needs. Sometimes, people set goals that are not useful or interesting for their life. Example, I want to learn 50 business English words, but you're not working in a business job. That goal may not help you now, and you may lose interest quickly. Solution. Make sure your goal is relevant. Ask yourself, why do I want to learn English? Is it for travel? Making friends? A job interview? When your goal is connected to your real reason, it feels more exciting and motivating. Other small mistakes include not checking progress or not being patient with yourself. But the main idea is simple. Be clear. Be realistic. Be connected to your life. Avoid goals that are too big, avoid forgetting deadlines, and avoid goals that don't matter to you. When you do this, your learning journey becomes stronger and more effective. Remember, you are doing something amazing. You are learning, growing, and taking steps to build your future. Mistakes are part of the process, but when you understand them, you can learn and move forward with more power. You are not alone. I am here with you, and we are learning together. A real-life example, Anna. Let me tell you a short story about Anna, a young woman from Spain. Anna wanted to improve her English to get a better job and make new friends. But she didn't know where to start and felt a little lost. One day, Anna decided to set a SMART goal. She wanted a clear plan. Her goal: I want to speak English confidently with my new friends in 3 months. Let's see how she made it smart. Specific. She didn't just say, I want to learn English. She said, I want to speak English confidently with friends. Clear and focused. Measurable. She decided to practice every day and track her progress. She wrote new words in a notebook and recorded herself once a week to listen and improve. Achievable. Next part continues with achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Anna knew she could not become fluent in 3 months, but she believed she could speak better and feel confident in small conversations. Her goal was realistic and possible. Relevant. Anna wanted to speak with her friends because she was shy and wanted to join their conversations. This goal mattered to her life and happiness. Time-bound. She gave herself 3 months to reach this goal, setting a clear deadline to stay focused. Every day, Anna worked on her goal. She practiced speaking for 10 minutes, listened to English podcasts, watched videos with subtitles. Sometimes she made mistakes, but she did not stop. She remembered her goal and stayed motivated. After 1 month, she could introduce herself clearly and say simple sentences. After 2 months, she could join small talks and ask questions. At the end of 3 months, Anna spoke confidently with her friends. She was happy and proud of herself. Anna's story shows how powerful SMART goals can be. A clear, simple goal gives you a map. Step by step, you can reach your dreams. Anna did not give up. She practiced and believed in herself. Now, think about Anna's story. Can you make your own SMART goal like Anna? What do you want to do? How will you make it specific and measurable? How much time will you give yourself? Remember, learning English or any new skill is a journey. Sometimes it is easy. Sometimes it is hard. But with SMART goals, you know where to go and how to get there. Every step you take is a step closer to success. You can do it. Just like Anna, set your goal and work toward it every day. Believe in yourself and keep going. Your dream is waiting. Summary of today's episode. Today on Fluent English Journey, we talked about something very important: how to set SMART goals and achieve them. What is a goal? Something you want to do or achieve. Goals can be big or small, but they help us move forward. Why goals are important? Goals help us stay focused, motivated, and grow. They guide us to become better and reach our dreams. SMART goals, a simple way to create clear, strong, achievable goals. S, specific. M, measurable. A, achievable. R, relevant. T, time-bound. We looked at each part with examples to help you understand and apply them. Creating your own SMART goal, step by step, with simple questions to think, speak, and write your answers. This makes learning active and practical. Tips to stay motivated. Write your goal down. Practice every day, even for a few minutes. Celebrate small wins. Common mistakes to avoid. Making your goal too big. forgetting a deadline, choosing a goal that isn't important to you. Avoid these mistakes, stay consistent, and remember, small steps every day lead to big results. Thank you for listening to today's episode. Keep your SMART goals in mind, take action, and believe in yourself. Your journey to English mastery is in your hands. Mistakes are part of the journey, but understanding them helps you keep going without getting stuck or giving up. To finish, I shared a real story about Anna, a young woman who set a SMART goal to improve her English. In 3 months, she spoke confidently with her friends. Anna's story shows us how SMART goals work in real life. She was clear about her goal, worked step by step, and never gave up. Her journey can inspire you to do the same. Now, it's your turn. I encourage you to create your own SMART goal today. Think about what you want to achieve in English or in your life. Make your goal specific, exactly what you want to do. Measurable, something you can track. Achievable, possible for you. Relevant, important to your life. Time-bound, with a clear deadline. You can write it down or say it out loud. Doing this is your first step toward success. Remember, learning English is a journey. Some days will be easy, some days will be challenging. But with SMART goals, you have a map. You know where to go, and every day you take a step forward. Be patient with yourself. Practice speaking, listening, and reading every day. I also encourage you to listen to this episode again. When you listen again, speak along with me. Repeat the words and sentences. This practice will improve your English speaking and listening skills. The more you practice, the better you become. Before you go, I have a few important requests for you. Listen again. Repeat the words and sentences aloud to strengthen your English skills. Share this podcast. Help friends who are also learning English. Learning together makes the journey more fun. Write down your SMART goal. Make it clear and simple, then say it out loud. Speaking your goal helps your brain remember it and keeps you motivated. Remember, setting and saying your goal is the first step to success. Don't wait, start today. Thank you again for being part of Fluent English Journey. I look forward to helping you learn more next time. Keep practicing and keep shining. If you want, I can now combine all the parts of your podcast into a single smooth script, ready for recording from start to finish, including Introduction to Goals, Why Goals Matter, SMART Goals, Motivation Tips, Common Mistakes, Anna's Story, Closing and Calls to Action. This will make it ready for your full episode.